recording. This is just gonna be yawns.
Yeah, what if this episode is just yawns, you know?
What if this is just a nap? A big old nap.
Hey, Cody?
And also, what if God was one of us?
Damn it! No. Just let me do it once.
No. No. I saw it happening. I could not let it.
Damn it. I was just trying to do a dramatic pause and you wouldn't even let me.
No.
Honestly, like, it's my birthday episode and you won't even let me do the damn thing. That's so disrespectful.
Hey, I'm sorry.
It's fine. Hi, it's a morning pod, so
Good
we're
morning.
tired. And also good morning.
Yeah.
But also, we're tired. So, you know.
Mostly, we're tired.
Get a cup of Joe or I don't know anything about coffee. I worked as a barista for like 3 minutes, so I've told you about that, right? When I worked as a barista for a hot minute.
No, what?
Oh, it was one of my jobs in college, and my first dorm in college, there was a grocery store in the first floor of my dorm, because I lived in a brand new dorm, so it was bougie as hell.
Sure.
And it had a coffee shop in it, so I tried to work in there while also working in the grocery store. And my manager at the time was like, okay, so in order to be an effective barista, you need to try out this coffee. And I was like, yeah, that's not gonna happen. And so I did it, and he was like, no, you actually like need to try this out. And I was like, well, it has caffeine in it, right? And he was like, obviously. And I was like, well, then it's not. It's like, well, then, sir, it's not going to happen. He was like, I don't understand. If you were a bartender, you would try the alcohol, right? And I was like, that's a really bad analogy to try for me, sir. I'm not. No. And so I was just a barista who was trying really hard to follow the science, but wasn't going to try the coffee.
I can't believe.
So yeah, it's fine. I think the drinks were great. We couldn't get tips, but if I'd gotten tips, I would have gotten tips. You know what I mean? Listen.
I schmoozed.
I did.
People liked me and my drinks.
I did opening shifts, so I was there from like 5 to 8 in the morning. There was time.
Without any coffee. How? Oh my God.
I'm always awake at ridiculous times of the hour with no caffeine in my life. I drink juice in the morning.
I'm always awake.
Well, true. I am always awake. I'm always watching. I see everything you do on the internet. You guys are ever concerned, I see it all. I'm always judging you. I have files. But yeah, no, I drink juice and I get hype.
Oh
like, I wish I was kidding.
Oh God.
That's the benefit
pour
of...
me a shot of OJ, please.
Yeah, my definition of getting wild in the morning is like OJ and pineapple juice. Like,
whoa. Dude, pineapple juice fucking rules.
Okay, listen, you're not wrong. Oh my God.
I know I'm not wrong.
Oh my God. Oh, as a kid, I loved the store-bought stuff of the like pineapple orange banana juice.
Dude,
stuff.
I still fuck with that. I still fuck heavy with that shit.
Me too. Listen, let's talk about juice today.
To our juice podcast.
This is what happens when we talk about stuff in the early morning. It's like, let's just talk about breakfast food.
Welcome to Into the Juice, where we talk about the intricacies not only of different types of juices, but also the O.J. Simpson trials.
Welcome to Into the Hash Brown, where we talk about our love for potatoes.
Yes. This is now a hash brown podcast.
Our patrons are going to be so pissed when they see a bonus episode that's just 60 minutes of us talking about different ways of potatoes that we love.
See, this is why I think this is a good idea, because we could just talk about hash brown.
Oh, yes. I love this idea so much. Goody, how are you doing?
I'm good.
Oh.
It's the morning. I'm not drinking juice. I wish I was.
Oh.
Other than that, great.
That's great. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. It's an honor. It's an honor to be here.
I mean, that's not true. Don't kid yourself.
No, that's not true.
I plead with Cody multiple times a week. Like, Cody, please, come on. We're getting paid to do this. Just one more. It'll change this time, I promise.
It'll be different.
We won't have as unhealthy of a relationship as the characters we read about, I promise.
I swear. And every time, I believe you.
It's because I am the manipulative one here. Fuck. Anyways. I'm also...
How are you two?
I'm fine. I'm not drinking juice either, even though juice sounds fucking delicious right now.
We all made mistakes today.
I know. I have so
what
many
if I
regrets.
just, Postmated juice right now during this podcast?
That'd be so good. Brad, juice. I need it. Yeah, that sounds awesome. The delivery fee on that would be exorbitant.
Yeah, it would be like $20 for just a cup of ocean.
But I'm already parched, and it's like we still have an hour. I'm watching a cat try to eat a plant right now, so that's where I'm at in the makeshift stewed.
Listen, my stewed is my bed, so...
Usually my stewed is also my bed, with the exception that it is currently 6 o'clock in the morning. So if I did that, I would have a grumpy accompaniment who'd be like, sorry, you're talking about bondage in my bed right now? Get the fuck out.
See...
So
I'm waiting for the point of the relationship where it can get to that point, because I think we're almost there. We're just not there yet.
Yeah, but then it would just be like the occasional snore. And then just like, that would be a interesting ASMR accompaniment to this podcast. Sure. And also just the like, like, you're getting too angry. So that would be interesting. As far as interesting things that have happened / will happen, the royal wedding happened, so... Great. There's got to be some sort of rich vein of comedy there. I don't know what it is. I was on Twitter yesterday and I saw that someone compared someone's dress to a bottle of Arizona tea, and like...
Yes, that was very good.
I didn't do it, but I'm going to take credit for it.
It's mine now.
Yeah. I've wanted to be awake for both of the ones that I've been... alive for.
Sure.
And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. And then it rolls around and it's like 2 a.m. and I'm like, no. I mean, I wake up early, but it's not that early.
No.
If you were curious now for live updates from my makeshift pods, dude, there is now a cat trying to eat my microphone. So enjoy that.
Some really good audio content.
Yeah, this cat's name is Todd. Todd wears a bell. So yeah, I just thought that was interesting. Congrats to them, I guess. They looked really cute, I guess.
Yeah.
So we're talking about relationship goals. It's not the ones that we're going to be talking about for the next hour, but possibly the royal wedding. Megan looked beautiful and happy, and like those smirks that they were capturing on camera. Very good.
So good.
Also, Megan's mom, who I don't know the name of, looked very happy, which makes me very happy.
She went to Northwestern, and so everyone in Illinois was like, fuck yeah, one of ours, let's go. Like the Tribune tweeted, is like, yeah, a Northwestern grad is like graduating some British dude, NBD.
I love that. That's very good.
Yeah.
As far as other things that are happening, it's my birthday week. That's what I was talking about. So,
oh wow,
enjoy that. Send me money.
Give me
in the form of send our podcast money. So, we're always looking for more patrons.
Hell
so
yeah, dude.
We'll talk about that at the end of the episode. But, that's exciting stuff.
Keep it in your mind.
And keep it in your pants. You know what I mean? I'm just saying.
I know what you're just saying. But also your words mean things.
Well, I'm also, horny for my birthday, but my God. Just keep it in your pants, You know who's not horny for events that are coming up?
I'm ready for you to nail this segue.
So the book club movie came out the past couple days, and last week we were talking about it, and we were like, yeah, of course the actors in there read 50 Shades. They're method actors. We were making an educated guess on things that we did not know. And it turns out during the press junket, we found out some more truths. And it's like, obviously, of course, Diane Keaton hasn't read 50 Shades of Grey.
Listen,
She's what we call an actor.
what if she really cared about her career as an actor?
And honestly, like, maybe she's lying, you know?
Yeah, maybe she delved into the fiction. Maybe, I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah, exactly. The pull quote from this, I think, is that she's afraid of it, which is honestly,
she's like, it's too exciting. It's too daring.
Honestly, same, Diane Keaton.
Yeah, I'm exhausted.
Yeah, we're so few pages into this, and I'm already thoroughly wiped out. So I get it. But we pulled a Seattle Times review from this that says that the book club movie is way more fun than reading 50 Shades of Grey, which sounds great. But they still gave it a 2.5 out of 4 stars.
Hey, it's not bad out of 4.
I mean, true, I guess. I'm not planning on seeing it, but maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, whatever.
If the patrons want us to watch it and review it, I'm not opposed.
Hey.
Would you... God. Would you please give me an update on the Cannes Festival / K2 Fashion Corner?
Yeah, let's just pull right in to our fashion corner real quick.
Thank you.
Because K2 doing it again. Looks on looks, all of which we've tweeted about in some capacity or another. The most important thing being her taking off her heels, like on the red carpet at Cannes, which is unheard of. Historic.
Yes.
Legendary. Because it's like a stupid rule where you have to, like, wear heels if you're a woman, and it's, like, fucked up. And then she's like, you know what? That is fucked up. And then it's great. And
yes.
She looked great.
It was very good. Ugh, I'm not bored, I promise. It's just very
so
early.
Excited.
Yes, this is very K2 to me. Of being able to use her notoriety and I think also her privilege within that space and also like in society to be like, fuck y'all, to do this. So I think that it was a valuable move. Have you seen any of the criticism of that, of like if it was like any of the black women that were there, any of the women of color, how they would not have been able to get away with that?
I haven't seen any of it, but again, I feel like it also, I mean, that's probably true, but it's also, it comes with, like, the privilege, right? And
right.
It's like if Ava DuVernay did it, it would probably go along the same way that it did, like, just because she's incredibly well-known and, like, respected and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But also, who knows? Who can say how people react to things?
Right.
But, yeah. I do like that her pull quote here is... People get very upset at you if you don't wear heels or whatever. Kristen Stewart.
In a shocking turn of events, K2 said whatever.
Yeah.
It's very good. I love her so much. Yeah, I think that people talk a lot of shit, especially this past year, for taking like symbolic action. But it starts conversation. And as long as it moves beyond just that part of the conversation and like just the symbolism part, then I think that that's what's valuable.
Yeah. And like we're still in a place where things like this are controversial.
Yeah.
So like that is a point where like this needs to happen and we need to talk about it. So it's like, you know, if the society wasn't as fucked, that this would be something that is newsworthy and something that is crazy. Like, we should keep doing it and we should keep talking about it and why we're at this place, you know?
I agree. Yeah. I think that it made a statement and that's exactly what she was going for and that's valuable. So here's the thing. North Carolina is getting a little bit freaky. So this showed up on our Daily Digest. It's that Charlotte's first 50 Shades of Grey style adult play den that's available on Airbnb. And y'all, oh boy. I know this is not a visual podcast. But I think you can just imagine it. And whatever you're imagining, it's there. Like, that's exactly what it is. It's Can you, in 3 words, Cody, can you describe what you're seeing?
Red.
Yes.
Can I would black and white be one?
Yes.
I guess leather, black and white.
Yes.
Bad.
Well, Yes. Okay, great. I also see hard,
Yeah.
whips,
Yeah.
and women.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so here's the thing. I love this at the end of the article.
Oh my god, it's my favorite.
Even though this is an adult play den, there are rules. No smoking, no parties, no drugs, and keep loud music down after 9 p.m. Also, pets are allowed, but you have to ask for permission. Oh, and you must also be over 21 because, well, you know.
What does that mean? Like, you know how you're not allowed to have kinky sex until you're 21.
I don't know.
What does that mean?
I literally have no idea.
The you know is so like, oh, like, come on, everyone. You know what I'm talking about. No. I have no idea.
I have no idea. They have a weekly... I know this is not an ad, by the way. I'm just very intrigued by everything that's happening here. I need to make that so clear. As part of their weekly rate, there's a refundable damage deposit. That's basically like half of the weekly rate, which is buck wild to me.
That's wild.
I mean, granted, like there are some things that could be broken there, but realistically, not that much.
Yeah. Unless you set the place ablaze. Like,
unless that's your thing. It's the worst thing. So just know that is apparently a thing. Great. Could you help me discuss this last bit, which is that apparently, and this came up multiple times in our Daily Digest, Dakota Johnson and Chris Martin are dating. And do you know who Chris Martin is?
What do you mean, do I know who Chris Martin is?
Listen, I don't know.
You know! What the fuck? Everyone knows who Chris Martin is.
Okay, well, I didn't want to... Listen, I don't want...
America's father, Chris Martin.
Okay, good. Well, I wasn't trying to be like, do you... It's just like, some people don't know.
No, that's not true. Although, I will say the other day, my coworker was like, oh yeah, this guy kind of looks like, the guy from Flintstones, you know?
Oh my
Goodman? God. Something Goodman? I'm like, John Goodman? Your first association with John Goodman is the Flintstones movie?
Honestly, same.
No, what the fuck is wrong with you people?
That's so great. I love that so much. Also, I'm trying so hard to pay attention to you right now, but I'm on this Airbnb listing. And there's a close-up of the bedroom where the maid bed just has a whip on it. Yeah. And the floor lamps that they have look like anal beads.
Great. I love that.
Like, it's just, like, the stands that they have are these, like, silver balls. Nice. And then they have lampshades. But they straight up look like anal beads. I'm sorry. I'm never going to be able to get over this listing. I'm going to put it on Twitter right now so that I won't forget. But yeah, so anyways, Chris Martin and Dakota Johnson are apparently dating, which is buck wild to me. Because, like, what? What is that life like?
That's crazy.
First of all, Dakota Johnson's family line is buck wild to me because, like, Tippi Hedren, Melanie Griffith, and then her, like, what are those family reunions like?
Do you think Coldplay did a song on the 50 Shades of Grey soundtrack at any point?
I'm gonna look right now. Okay, this comes up a lot. Oh, there's so many fan videos. Cody.
Oh, no.
Cody.
This is the worst part of the internet, I think. I think we found it.
Why is it just the scientist all over?
Also, objectively the worst for, like, that kind of...
Oh my god. Anyways, I just thought that was worth discussing.
Yeah.
So, who knew? I didn't. Okay. So, anyways, do you want to talk about Chapter 5 with me?
I mean, want is the operative word here, but I'm fine with continuing.
Okay. Yeah, I really don't, but we probably should. So, where we left off last week was Anna died. She done passed out, and Christian just, like, cursed in the club. So, yikes. This chapter starts. We find Anna waking up dazed, disoriented, and half undressed in the Heathman.
It's
a lot. And she's very confused and she's hungover. So a lot of her memories are hazy.
Sure.
She like turns over to the bedside table and there's orange juice and Advil, which like, that's nice. But also she doesn't know what's going on. So a little weird.
Yeah.
And then here's the thing. So Christian comes in and I just want to talk about this man for a second, right? He's supposed to be a billionaire and all he wears is gray.
Yeah. I don't understand.
Why?
But what if they're just, billionaires gotta be comfy too,
Okay, true. But who looks good in gray? Especially because I know this dude and he probably just wears the like light heather gray that you can see sweat through and not like a dark gray.
Right.
Like, listen, I'm just saying. And he probably, I bet that he does with Taylor, sorry, his fucking bodyguard. He always does the thing of like, he points down to his clothes that are gray and then he looks up and he's like, do you get it? Do you get it? I did the thing.
You get, because it's
hey,
great.
I did the,
And
hey.
I am me.
And one of these days, Taylor's just going to slap the shit out of him. And he's going to like it.
I quit. I can't do this anymore.
There's this thing too. So Anna starts asking him questions, trying to figure out what the hell is going on. And she asks this super weird way of doing it. She's like, did you put me to bed? I don't like anything about what they're talking about. So, okay. And then Christian, Mr. I need an award for everything that I'm doing. He's like, Anastasia, you were comatose. Necrophilia is not my thing. I like my women sentient and receptive. First of all, Christian, shut the fuck up. Second of all, here's your brownie points for not being the grossest.
Yeah, congratulations.
You're the worst.
You remained at the bar of human decency.
Yeah, you're not.
But also, like, Anastasia takes this in a way of being like, oh, that means, like, I'm unlovable and I'm unfuckable because this guy, like, didn't touch me when I was, like, unconscious and passed out. And it's fucked.
It's everything about their interaction for the next 2 chapters. If it's any indication of how the rest of the series is going to go, I'm just going to be fuming. Like, catch me just, if you hear any noise wherever you are, it's me screaming. Like, it's just me howling in anger. The other thing too that's so buck wild is Anna is shook by the idea of cell phone tracking.
Yeah.
And if she was amazed or like astonished by the fact that he personally found her, fair, but she's astonished by the concept of it. Like, she's like, wait a second, there's this thing called GPS. Like,
hold on, what? You can
just explain everything.
Where people are?
Yeah. And so
anywhere? Christian
like takes a fucking napkin and like a pencil from the hotel and is like scribbling things out onto like the window. Like, he goes through this whole thing. It's so wild.
He's really doing like the Social Network, like writing on the window with like an expo marker.
Yeah, exactly. He was like preparing the whole night. He just like pulls away the shade and there's like a whole thing. Yeah. Anyways, so it's so gross because then he starts talking about the fact that like she needs to eat, right? And Anna does her typical like, are you going to scold me? And it's like, first of all, like, we already can tell that you like this, so like, stop. But then Christian's like, well, you're lucky that I'm just scolding you because if you were mine, it's like, first of all, Christian, stop. And then he starts talking all this bullshit of like, you didn't eat and you got drunk and you put yourself at risk. And it's like, stop. Like, please. This person is not your person. And even if they were, like, have you heard of this thing called agency, Christian?
Yeah. No, definitely is not.
Yeah, it's the worst thing. Then showers happen because, she yartzed all over yesterday. And he had Taylor go get her clothes, which was an extravagant thing that was unnecessary.
Including, like, underwear.
Yes.
Bra. That's not when if someone wants to buy clothes for you to get a new change of clothes or whatever, you don't also buy them lingerie.
Okay, true.
No.
Yes, like, that's so inappropriate in so many levels. And God forbid God forbid something was to happen, right? And that was something that was deemed necessary.
Right.
You get, for strangers, you get the, like, bagged stuff at a store. Like, the fucking 5-packs, right? You
Canes,
don't,
baby.
yeah, like, you don't buy specific, expensive lingerie.
Fitted perfectly to her body.
Yeah, stuff that your creepy ass, like, smelled in the store, you weirdo.
I'm just imagining Christian with, like, a tape measure while she's, like, unconscious.
Okay, but, like, actually, though.
It's fucking bad. Yeah, it's like, how the fuck? No.
Oh, God.
Stop.
But anyway, the idea of all of this makes Anna horny, which is weird.
I mean, I guess that's one way to feel.
Yeah. And she says it in the weirdest way. Like, her inner thoughts are like, for the first time in my life, I want to go to bed with a man. It's like, well, to be fair, you just did. And that's the weird thing, too, is Christian slept in the same bed with her while she was, like, unconscious. And it's like, first of all, if you were concerned about her safety, you could have just, like, slept in your huge suite, like, in the couch. Todd, hi.
Come on.
Are you going to be in my lap while I talk during all this? He knows I'm so upset about Christian right now. Anna takes the shower, right? And she's like, I mean, I assumed she was masturbating. Is that what you got from this?
I mean, here's the thing, right? That if it was any other person, yes, I would believe that. But this is Anastasia Steele. And I think just thinking about Christian Grey is what she constitutes as masturbating.
That's true.
I think she's such a prude and so just, like, unaware that she just kind of, like, I just want, in my brain, to fuck this man. I don't think I'm actually gonna do anything, though, to my body about it, though.
Yeah, she was just saying stuff, like, in a super weird way.
Yeah.
That, yeah, I mean, I guess she was just, like, super excited about putting all of that body wash on her or something. I don't know.
Hey, I mean, I get that way sometimes, too.
Just
be clean as fuck after this.
Hey, true. So she puts on the clothes, right? And she's talking about the fact that she has, like, oversensitized skin at this point. It's like, okay, that's not how you're supposed to put all of that body scrub on, Anna. No. Please.
Anna, please. So.
Like, at least put lotion on afterwards so that you don't have dry skin.
Good God.
Okay, but here's what makes your, like, measuring tape theory seem right. Is she says that the rest of the clothing is a perfect fit. So, yikes.
I can't believe.
It's very bad. So she goes in, she gets all worried about Kate, and then Christian's like, don't worry about it. I texted my brother. They were fucking, so it didn't matter. But she knows. And then Christian seems pissed that she didn't dry her hair, which is...
As if he's never had his hair dry.
As if he didn't literally walk into the photo session with dripping wet hair.
Yeah.
This son of a bitch.
This guy.
I don't understand. And so they start talking about the book situation. They start talking about... She asks him in the weird way if he's done the sex. And when she's like, you're not celibate then?
It's so... What? Oh my God.
Why?
Because even she was going through her mind earlier being like, oh, maybe because, like, why didn't he, like, touch me at all? Or, like, why didn't anything happen or whatever? You know, because she was unconscious and, you know, whatever. And then she's like, well, maybe he's celibate. Maybe he just doesn't fuck. Like, yeah, Anna, she just doesn't fuck.
Yep. That's definitely him, for sure.
That's it.
They start talking about the fact that she's going to move up to Seattle with Kate soon, and how she hasn't applied to his company because she's like, fuck you. And then all of a sudden, he's like, I'd like to bite that lip. And here's the thing, Cody. When I read this, for some reason, I read it in Justin Bieber's voice in that Vine with Maria Menounos. When he was like, I like that laugh. Ha ha ha. And I have no idea why.
Wow. I mean, you really painted a picture. But
I have no idea why, but I did, and it made me laugh. Like, this is the only part of the chapter that made me laugh.
Yeah, at least you got joy out of that sentence.
It's true. So they're talking in like this weird way, right? Because Christian really wants
robots.
to, because they're literal robots. Well, that's true. We did talk about the fact that Christian Grey is a sex robot that actually got turned on. Hey. So they start talking about the fact that he's going to take her on a helicopter to meet tonight because he has some like paperwork for her. And she's like, lol, paperwork. Yeah.
Okay.
Not realizing that he does not make jokes. And so, of course, he has paperwork for her. It's gross. Once this is all done, he's like, good girl, I'll take you home when you dried your hair. I don't want you getting ill. And it's like, shut the fuck up.
Whatever, man. She has it in a ponytail. It's gonna be okay. She's not gonna get hypothermia.
Exactly. Sometimes people put their hair in a braid when it's wet so that they can not heat style.
Waves.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Christian,
Do you ever think
shut
of that?
up.
Christian?
Have you ever watched a YouTube tutorial, Christian?
You ever been on youtube.com, Christian?
Again, not Spawn, please God.
What a weird poll for YouTube to be.
Hey, don't put anything past them.
Only put some ad dollars behind this fuck podcast.
Okay, anyways, so they get into the elevator to leave. That was a weird... Listen, you know what elevators are for, right? You're not a robot. And then they start to, like, suck each other's faces. It's the weirdest thing.
It's awful.
It's so bad. I don't want to read them kissing, let alone doing the other stuff that they're going to do. And
they're, like, in the elevator for, like, a normal amount of time, and then they're just, like, looking at each other, and then he's like, fuck the paperwork, and, like, pushes her to the fucking edge and, like, tongues her, and it's awful.
It's so bad. And the last thing that he says to her, too, I mean, like, the only reason why they stop is because these businessmen walk into the elevator, and the thing that he can say to her once they leave is, you brush your teeth. Yeah, she did.
Yuck.
Yeah, she doesn't smell like pancakes, Christian.
Although she did use his toothbrush.
Yeah, that's so... She was there, and the reason why she did it too is she wanted him in her mouth.
What?
And I was like, Anna, Jesus Christ, you have no chill.
Tone it down a little bit.
God. And then
Do what you gotta do, but Jesus.
I know, like you couldn't have taken toothpaste and do the finger thing like we all did at some point in our life. And then the chapter ends with him being like, what is it about elevators? And then chapter 6 starts. Oh, God. So anyways, chapter 6 starts with the worst segue, which is just, it's literal segues. It's not.
Oh my gosh.
He's driving her home in a Segway.
They go on a Segway tour in Seattle.
I wouldn't put it past him, honestly. But it starts off with like 6 pages of him driving her back to her place, and he's on the phone the whole time. It's so gross.
And it's about business.
It's about business, and it's about music, and Kings of Leon show up.
It's
so gross.
Fucking Kings of Leon's Sex on Fire is discussed at length.
Do you ever just want to date your
chapter. Book? And she's like, oh, this is a little bit on the nose, huh? And I'm like, yeah, this thing that I'm reading is very on the nose, and I hate it. Stop.
Yeah. And they start talking about the NDA that she's going to have to read later, and she doesn't quite get the fact that she's really going to have to sign paperwork. And then Elliot, his brother, calls and is like, hey, Christian, did you fuck? And Christian's like, I'm on the phone, and Anna's right next to me. You absolute dunce.
The worst.
It's so bad. And then she realizes when he literally pulls up to her duplex, like, oh, I didn't give him directions. It's like, yeah, Anna. Remember he mailed you books here? And so then the worst exchange of all things happen, because they walk in and Kate and Elliot are like post-coital, and so they're all happy and glowy. And Anna
and they're like just going at it.
Oh yeah.
Like they tongue each other. They're fucking like, in front of Christian and Hannah, basically. It's like, you've known each other for, like, 2 seconds.
Seriously.
What is happening? This is supposed to be a one-night stand. Why are you in love with each other?
I know. You guys are gross.
What the fuck? This is awful. Stop.
And then, here's the thing.
And then Anna is also just like, well, I wish Christian would do this to me right about now.
Seriously. She's so horny.
Like,
it's hilarious.
Stop.
As
She's, like, looking like a lost dog.
I know. She's so pouty. It's hilarious. She's, like, kicking Christian out of the chair. Like, the fuck? So, as Elliot leaves Kate, he says the most unholy of things. And I think I'm going to stand by this throughout this book.
Sure.
It's the most ungodly of things when he says...
Yeah. It's pretty bad.
And honestly, you might need to bleep this. Can you imagine? The only thing in this fucking podcast you need to bleep. And it's laters, baby. Cody.
Yeah, what's up?
Oh my god. And the
Laters.
and it's Anna's like, Kate just melts. I've never seen her melt before. And it's like, that's what does it? Also,
That's what does it. That's what really gets her hard, you know.
Also, I said that, and then Todd just started eating the fake bamboo plant. Like, he's like, I gotta go.
Todd really was like, laters. I gotta get out of this.
Okay, so here's the thing, right? Anna's like retching at this point. Not because she's still hungover, but just because she can't anymore,
Sure.
Which relatable. And then Anna like looks over at Christian like, the fuck is this? And then as Christian is leaving, he also says it. And it's like, why? What is happening within the Gray family that this is okay?
I hate it.
I hate it so much. Anyways, they leave and Kate...
Laters.
Stop. Bleep this out.
Say laters to you.
Yeah, what if this
baby.
is our new get bit? You know what I mean?
It just, like, not to bring Call Me By Your Name into almost every episode we've done so far of 50 Shades of Grey, but, like, this is exactly what fucking, Oliver does when he leaves. He's like, later, because he's, like, the quirky American. He's like, later, and he's just, like, trying to fuck. It's just like, why? What is with these, like, older dudes with, like, power structures that just, like, say laters for some reason when they're down to fuck?
When literally nobody says that.
I don't understand.
Who?
They're all modern day. I don't understand. They're all contemporary. What's happening?
What Reddit thread did they all decide this on? They were like, oh yeah, this is our new DTF.
Yeah. Who knows?
Anyways, so Kate and fucking Anna, I almost said Bella again. God damn it.
God, yeah, they fucking stop that.
I know. The problem is I haven't said it. I just keep wanting to say it. They're all like, so did you fuck? And Anna's like, no, but I wanted to. Meh.
Look, I whip, man.
Stop. And Kate's like, well, did you at least
asleep.
kiss? And she's like, once. And Kate's like, well, we kissed. We're still kissing right now. He's not here, but we're still doing it.
We're mind kissing.
And he's still saying laters.
It's really hot.
God. Anyways, she goes to fucking Clayton's and it's boring and oh my God. Okay, so I completely forgot about this. Honestly, shame on me. So Anna starts doing this thing now to like represent her horniness. Freud would be losing his goddamn mind. She starts calling it her inner goddess.
I forgot about this.
Cody.
Because I knew it was a thing that people talked about.
I forgot about it too.
With my eyes, I wanted to burn them.
I literally, here's the thing. We're going to have to read about this, but I can't. Yes. I physically can't. I almost need to keep track of how many times this is read because why this was read by so many people's eyes before it reached the public and they thought this was okay.
It's just like the fact that she has to compartmentalize like her sexuality and like being like, well, that's this other gal that's like locked inside the depths of me. She's not me. But, like, when she sees Christian, she wants to get out there, you know? It's like, fuck, I mean, people are allowed to be horny. Let people be horny. Like, that's the whole point of this book. It doesn't have to be, like, this secret, like, shameful thing, kind of. That's like, Well, I wouldn't normally, but my inner goddess, oh, she wants to fuck.
It's so sad, and it makes me sad and also embarrassed.
Yeah, it's just hard to read visually.
It and also that, I guess. So they get on the helicopter, and Christian's like visibly like shaking with excitement when he puts this harness on Anna. It's so embarrassing to read. He's like, I like this harness. And just know that when I read that, I also read that in Justin Bieber's voice.
Oh my god. I think...
Just specifically from that vine. I don't know what Justin Bieber sounds like other than that vine.
Yeah, he's just like, yeah, I love harnesses. No particular reason, though. Not for anything specific.
Nope. I don't.
Not like sex. Not like that. Who said that? I didn't say that. What?
Was that my inner goddess?
Can you sign this?
Anyways, so they get to Seattle and things start to get real weird. Because they get into his place and shocking. It's very sterile and white.
Too sterile. What?
And a lot of dark wood. And huge and empty. Like,
what is it with, like, billionaires who want to mimic their living space like a doctor's office? Like, what is the appeal? These are my nice white, like, walls and everything, and this is all just, like, very clean and very just, like, sterile. Don't touch anything. Welcome to my home.
Toxic masculinity?
Yeah. Yeah, maybe that.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know, but also that's probably the right answer.
Sure, yeah, I just threw a dart at a dartboard of keywords, and you're like, toxic masculinity?
I mean, that's usually the right answer.
That checks out, yeah. Yeah, it takes up a big part of the pie on that particular dartboard.
When they get in, Christian's like, do you want a drink? And Anna, like, snaps her head around, like, do you think this is a joke, Christian? I'm straight edge now.
I'm not playing around, Christian. I want to remember every second of this.
Exactly. She's like taking notes. She is a journalist.
My brain cannot be compromised in any way.
Exactly. But she takes the glass and does actually start drinking wine. So.
Well, hey.
Anyways, so we find out that he plays piano because he is actually Edward Cullen. Yikes. And they start to make weird small talk because they're literal robots.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then once they've had the appropriate, like, 2 minutes of freaking small talk, he goes and gets the NDA. And here's the problem, right? She's entranced with this guy. So, and she hasn't had a relationship before. She hadn't had a first drink or a first kiss. And so she doesn't read it because she doesn't know what relationships are supposed to look like. And he tries to tell her, like, you should always read anything that you sign.
Yeah. He's at least being like, you should know what you're getting yourself into here.
Yeah.
Please read the fucking pamphlet.
But she doesn't. And she signs it. And then she takes another sip of the wine. Well, swig, really, let's be honest. And then the worst sentences come out of both their mouths, which is...
they're so bad.
Her asking if he's going to, quote, make love to her.
Bad start.
Really. And then he says, no, Anastasia, it doesn't. First, I don't make love, I fuck. Hard. And then he says some other bullshit. But then he says what we've really been waiting for. Come, I want to show you my playroom. But here's the thing. Yeah. The best sentence that we've read in these 2 chapters. You want to play on your Xbox?
Oh, Anna.
Yep, that's exactly it, Anna. He just really wants to play Call of Duty with you.
Billionaire dude just wants to kick back, get some dew, just play some Modern Warfare.
Yeah, I know you didn't see it, Anna, but he actually has Cheeto dust all over his fingers.
All over. How did you not know?
How could you not see it? Was it just because they were white cheese Cheetos? Was that why? Anyways, he's just like, so you can leave anytime. The helicopter's on standby. And she's like, just open the goddamn door, Christian. Like,
fuck, Christian. I want to see your Xbox.
I just want to see what kind of PlayStation you're working with. God damn it. And then the last sentence of this chapter is, holy fuck. So, I mean, you know what we're getting into for the next 2 chapters.
Yeah, baby. What if it's like, we're gonna switch perspectives. Now let's see what Kate's up to. Nothing's important happening at this part.
And back to Jose. Oh, God.
Oh, man.
Oh, no.
Ah, gee.
But speaking of which, let's take a moment and thank our lovely patrons.
Hey, thanks, guys.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you so much.
You're the best.
Yeah.
So if you want to give us money for my birthday, and also make our special Into the Hash Brown podcast happen.
God, I would love that.
Or into the book club happen, then send us some money.
Should we also, like, kind of talk about the newer things that we're adding?
Yeah.
Just for people who don't know.
Do it.
Okay. If you're $5 and up patron,
Yes.
you'll be getting PDFs of our show notes.
Yes.
Every week.
Yes. We'll be putting them up on Monday, same day as the show. And most likely in the next month or so, we'll be putting up the backlog from season 1 too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, good stuff. That way you can see all of our ridiculous notes that we refer to throughout the show.
They're very fun. It's a lot of goofs to play.
That's true. Which is always nice. So keep that in mind. And then, obviously, with we're planning on more, like, bonus content of these, like, bonus shows that we're referring to, too.
Hell yeah.
Which will be nice. But yeah, so one of our first patrons, Shannon Clearwater, who is this week the fantastic combo of OJ and aspirin that is a mainstay in my diet, honestly, and keeps me chill as hell.
Yeah. Thank you to Jessica Stanley, who is Christian Grey's Xbox, which only plays porn DVDs.
Oh my God. And thank you to Katie Weber, who is Taylor frantically getting a text from Christian that he needs to pick up lingerie, and having to stop his reruns of Gilmore Girls to go and run at like 6 a.m. to go and get that from who knows what store would be open to get lingerie from. But doing the Lord's work and getting it done.
He really did the damn thing.
Because he's loyal as hell. Hey, speaking of Taylors that are loyal as hell, Taylor Browntown is back at it again.
Yeah. Back on her bullshit.
And here's the thing. Now, I don't usually let you look at the fan fictions.
Yeah.
And I'm not really going to let you do it, but I do want you to just briefly click on the link this week. Just for a moment, because I need you to look at the author's photo this week.
Sure. Oh, wow.
Yep. Could you describe what you're seeing for the audience, please?
I'd rather not.
I think you should.
I'd rather not. I'm not sure I'm entirely sure of what I'm looking at here.
Those are some burnt wieners on a grill, Cody.
Okay. Because
unleash your imagination, like fanfiction.net says.
No, but the color is purple. And so my first instinct was like eggplants. And I'm like, that's not the shape of eggplants. Maybe, hear me out, a weird purple cucumber. Or some wieners. No, not that. Okay, you can click off now. I don't want to ruin the surprise. All right, I close my eyes.
Okay, thank you. So the title of this week's fanfiction is Barbie Q, the girl who fell in love with Christian Grey. And this was written by Eurocat. The description is, love works in mysterious ways. Sometimes it creates unusual couples. Will this be a match made in heaven or the complete opposite? And this was published on January 21st, and it doesn't give a year. So apparently now, this year.
Right now.
I was suggested to read Flamboyant Competition, which is chapter 3. You know, there's multiple chapters of this, is basically what I'm saying. Barbie became furious. Who do you think you are to talk like this to me? I'm Owen the Oven. I'm a carefully designed American product. I have a responsive ceramic cooking deck and a composite ceiling liner for enhanced heat dynamics. I'm reliable, fashionable, stylish, and top-notch quality, everything you lack. Those are rather big words for a metal box that is designed to make the most basic of peasant foods, pizza, replied Barbecue. Darling, I can offer so much more. I can roast meat and vegetables. I can make casseroles. I can bake breads. The options are unlimited. You, on the other hand, can only prepare the most basic of meat, boasted Owen. Well, Christian said that he wants to put his meat on me, so I guess I achieved my purpose, said Barbie proudly. Why should he put his meat on you when he can get fresh, warm buns from me? Asked the oven with a smirk. Because I can give his meat the treatment it needs, something that your bun can't, said the grill with confidence. Oh, honey, once a man goes there, he isn't coming back. Tasting my bun is an unforgettable experience, said Owen smugly. I have had enough of you. You need a reality check, and I will make sure you get one. The crown on your big head will soon fall to the ground. Barbie knew she could no longer miss an opportunity for her plan. Anastasia and the oven need to go. Pronto. End scene.
Oh, wow.
Someone wrote this.
Yeah.
This year.
Yeah. Months ago.
Months
really.
ago.
Just a few months ago.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy. Well. As we say in Seattle.
Get bit.
Go it.
This is an Earbud Media production. You can find us on Twitter at Earbud Media and listen to the rest of our shows. You can find this show on Twitter at Into the Twilight, as well as intothetwilight.show. You can send us an email at intothetwilightshow@gmail.com. You can also become a sponsor of the show or buy some merch at intothetwilight.bigcartel.com. Our art is done by Maddie Padilla, who you can find at YourGhostHost44 on Instagram, and our music is done by Eli Krause. You can find at Eli Sauerkraus and KrausFilms.com. The intro and outro is by KB Smith. You can find at KB__Smith on Twitter. You can find Allie on Twitter at Into Wild Places, and you can find me at Dyke Discourse.